Welcome to the Java class. Today in this video I will discuss the classes and object. Classes contains the two parts. One is variable part and another one is method parts. Variable parts called as fields, and your classes has the constructors. Every class has constructor. So let's look the structure of the class here. So here I have class that is student. First I am creating the package that is com.example.domain, and the student class will be available in the domain package. Okay, here about the package, how to create the package and how to import the package we will discuss in later sessions. And now we will discuss about the classes and objects. Here I have class that is student. Inside the student class I have a variable which is in private of type. First one is the int student id. Next is the string type of variable which is in private called name, and third one is string SSN, and fourth one is double GPI, and last one is GPA, and the last final one is which is final, that is school code, which of type int. Okay, here so this is a package and this is class declaration. How to declare class? With the help of the keyword class and class name. Class name is always start with the capital letter, that is each first letter should be capital, which is in public. So these variables are private. First one is student id, second one is name, and third one is SSN, and fourth one is GPA, and fourth one is school code, which is final. About the final code we will discuss in later sessions. Okay, I have declared here methods inside the class. First one is that is constructor. This is called as constructor, and the name of the class and name of the constructor should be same. Here name of the class is student and name of the constructor is student. So this is called as constructor method. Okay, so remember constructor don't have any return type. If you apply type to a constructor, then it will be considered as methods. About the constructor we will discuss in depth in later sessions. Okay, just keep in mind the class name and constructor name should be same. Next I have declared a method that is get the student id of it return the type of data and which is in public. Okay, next is I have declared a method that is set student id. I am passing a variable that is x of type int. I am assigning the value of x to a student id variable. Okay, so this is about the class structure. I will repeat once again, that is here I have a class that is student, and inside the student I have some variables, that is first one is student id, second one is name, and third one is SSN, fourth one is GPA, and fifth one is school code, which is final. About the final we will discuss in later session. Next I have declared the constructor that is student, and I have a method that is get student id, it will return the student id, and I have another method that is set student id. I am just passing the value. I am passing the parameter that is x, the value of x that will be stored in the student id. Okay, so this is about the class structure. So we will move to the program session. Open Notepad. Okay, I will create a class that is student public class student. Okay, here inside the class I will declare some variables. First one is int id. Okay, id I will assign 20. Next I will create another variable that is of type string, that is name of the student, that is xyz, and I will create the SSN of type string SSN, that is 1 2 3, and I will create the another variable that is school code in school code. I will assign 25. Okay. Next, I will create a method in class that is public get id. Inside the get id method, I will return the get id. The return type is int get id. Method I have on open question using this. Okay. Next is I will return the id. Okay. Next I will create the another method that is set id. I will pass the parameter that is x. The value of the x will be stored in the id. The return type is here. Okay. What I will do is I will assign the value of x to id. Id equal to the value of x. Okay. Next is, so this is about the methods, and I have declared the variables and initialized to. I initialized the variables id equal 20, name equal to expired date, registration equal to 123, and school code is 25. I have defined the two functions here. First one is get id, which returns the id, and set id, which assigns the value of x to. Okay, so this is the simple class called as student. Now what I will do is I will create a main method. I will declare a main method public static void okay string args. Okay, class main method opening brace closing brace. Okay, so what I will do is I will create the object of a class student. How to create the object? First, see here, class name, that is student, the name of the object, that is yes. So with help of the new keyword, we can create the object. Use new keyword to create the object. Then after the new keyword, the constructor name, the constructor method. So this is what the constructor. So every class has constructor. Okay. So I have not defined any constructor here. So compiler what will do is it will create the default constructor and execute the same. It will create the default constructor. Okay. So here how to create the object? Here the class name, the student, and name of the object is yes, and new keyword. With help of the new keyword we can create the object and the constructor student, that is student. Okay, so how to call a method of a class? Here I have two methods. One is get id and another one is set id. Okay, how to call the method? See here, object name yes dot method name get id. Next, I want to call this set id. We need to pass the values for the x here. Okay. Next, I will call s dot set id. The value I will pass, that is the initially id value is 20. I will change it to 45. Here I am passing the value of x. Here 45. That will be stored in x, and the value of x will be stored in id. Means now id is become the value 45. Initially it is 50. It was 20. No, it has 45. That 45 will be stored in x, and value of x will be stored in the Okay, we'll save the program. Your class name is student. Go to file, save. The location is E drive, and your class name is student. Class name and file name should be same. Student dot Java. The extension of Java program is dot Java. All files. Okay, click on save. So this is the program. Then now I will run the program. Open command prompt. So the location is by default. We will now change it to E drive. Java. How to compile the program? Java C. File name is student dot Java. Student dot Java. Okay. So compiled successfully. There is no error. Our code is completely error free. Java. Okay, it is not doing anything. I will print the value of ID. Else I will print the value of name, ID, name, SSN, and system dot out dot print again. Okay, I will print the value of here ID. System dot ID. So I will just cut this code and I will paste it into a method that is setID. Let me check the value for the ID. Okay. How to compile the program? Java C student dot. So I am getting here that is non-static variable ID cannot be returned from the static contents. Okay, I will make it commit line. So Java student. Here the displaying the ID 45, right? So initially it has the 20 and now it is displaying the 45. Okay, how why 45? Because I have declared here two methods. One is the get ID and set ID. I am passing the value to variable x, that is 45, and that will be stored in x, and the value of the ID will be changed. Here what I will do is, here I am using the get ID method. I will return the name. Return. Okay, so here return type is string and get. The method name I have changed it to get. So here is also changes. Okay, here I have declared two methods: get name, which returns the name, and set ID. Just I am changing the value of ID through the parameter required. Okay, now we'll run the program. Java C student.java. So here I am getting error that is public string today. Okay, so here string is capital, S is capital here. Okay, now I will show run the program. Yes, perfectly. Now our code is error free. Java. I will run the program. So here the ID is 45. It not displaying the name. So what I will do is I will use the system dot out of print for it out get name. System dot out dot print. Here I will display the Okay, let me check the output now. Java C student.java. Yes, Java student. Yes, here is displaying the name XYZ and the ID is 45. So this is about the how to create the classes and how to create the object. Okay, thank you for the stay home.